different and what to expect today.
So when I go into to see, I'm going to start looking a little bit different. My facial features will be different, and you're going to hear my voice change. My breathing will definitely slow down, and everything depends on who is in the audience. That is, whoever comes through is dependent of a
Know well, and they span across higher consciousness and really love, divine love. That's generally their message over and over again. Amanda says she's new to this. Okay. Quite a unique experience for them as well as for us. And then the second piece of it, do you want to explain how they work through both of us? That's the other unique piece.
Through Renee's crown chakra, solar plexus, and then through my crown chakra and going back up. It forms their prime source energy in this lifetime. Will refer to
thing at this time, but not everyone. So we always mention
have to if you don't.
So anyway, we just also just went live on Instagram also. And so for those of you who are watching there, Anthony's going to go into a trance state momentarily.
Please, all of your questions, place them in the text box so Renee can respond to them.
Yeah, normally when we do this, we have a good solid 2 hours to make it efficient for everybody. You can text your messages, and those on Instagram, you have to really be in the or Facebook Live, you have to be in the Zoom channel to actually be able to submit the questions. But
too many personal questions because this is going live.
Because it's live, and so from that perspective, we don't, you don't want your related to. We can also access the Akashic records as well. So from that perspective, going back in time or to paraphrase on your mind related to consciousness and the soul.
They literally kind of like knock on your door. They never leave. They're always here.
Absolutely. Yeah, submit your questions.
She'll play some of her bowls, which are nice, and they come through.
No,
we just like to play the crystal bowls, especially when we are doing this publicly. Everybody just sit back and relax. Enjoy the journey. Remember, having fun with the journey, that's really what it's all about. And if you don't have fun with it,
letting go and surrendering. And when you surrender, right, that means letting go of the mind and the ego and all of the stuff that kind of constrains time is heart-centered.
Yes, definitely heart-centered.
So with that, I'm going to play a bee bowl. And the bee is for the crown, and this is just a way, as Anthony said, we don't need crystal. They do ride off frequencies. So actually, one more thing to mention before we get started. We as humans, right, we think of ourselves in humans as a spirit first, energy first. We can imagine that we are all really just made up of frequencies. And as frequencies, we connect to them who are also frequencies, but they just exist in a different dimension. That's the best way to think about it, is that we're all frequencies and they connect. Yes, they're trying to come through already. Okay, so the bowls are also frequencies. They ride off those frequencies, and that's what makes it easier for them to come through. So he's just connecting to these higher dimensions now. Sometimes the ball doesn't translate well through Zoom. So he's connecting to our guides now. So Jennifer and Avra, hopefully I have her name right. I know you guys just connected late. So Anthony just went into a trance state and brought forth our guides, who largely make up the Ascended Masters. So I just wanted to let you know that since they just connected. Hi, guys.
It is always an honor and privilege to be in your presence, Gaia. Thank you for receiving us. Please remember these things, that you are always welcome to connect with us. Remember who you are. We say that all the time. You are spirit first. You are human second, and everything else third. You are, in essence, having an experience in this particular body. So please enjoy.
All right.
Let's get started.
Yeah. So, the first question is actually already covered. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any. Jennifer said, I've heard that there are earthbound spirits and there are those who have crossed over. There seems to be a significant different consciousness. Some earthbound souls are unhappy or stuck, whereas if they cross over, they are in a state of peace and non-judgment. If this is so, can you elaborate?
Yes, we can.
Yes. Our guides are speaking collectively as one voice. Sometimes when they say 1 second, please, or if they take pause, sometimes other energies will step forward and other energies will step back if they feel they are more apt at answering the question. Hopefully that makes sense.
When a soul decides, that is being caught somewhere in between. But it's not so much in between, it is among. This is to say that a soul which is still within a 3-dimension sometimes will simply wander around. And if it stays there for far too long, this is when it becomes very, how should we say? Confused, unhappy, lost. To go into what you refer to and we refer to as the light, a vibrational light pattern, which is connect source energy, whatever it is that you decide to call it. Now, when the soul detaches from the Merkaba body, the Merkaba body simply goes back into the Akash, and the soul may venture back to universal consciousness or God. And that is its true essence. Remember, you are all here to have an experience. So make your experience beautiful. Make it of love. And make it one with paradise. That is, you decide whether you decide to be in paradise or you not to be in paradise. That is, well, we don't want to say hell. Also, it is nothing more than a perception. You decide the perception that you want to have.
Does that help? Okay. Jennifer wants to know, please explain the crystalline grid and what we need to know about it and how.
Crystalline grid is something that every planet in your solar system. Why is this important? We are going to try to keep it simple. The crystalline grid doesn't only run around the earth, it runs through it. It is like a matrix. And why it's so important is this. Your crystalline grid is directly proportional or connected to you. That is to say, your Merkaba body is completely connected to the crystalline grid. When your body, the conscious body, is no longer here, that is to say, this body that you perceive dies, the Merkaba body goes directly again into the Akash, which is, if the soul decides to come back, to have another experience, it can connect directly to the crystalline grid. That is exactly what we are doing at this very time, because through Anthony into the crystalline grid as well. We are using both Renee and Anthony for they have given us permission, and we thank you for that.
Thanks, guys.
So you see, this is why the crystalline grid is so important, and why it is so important to heal the crystalline grid. Each time you connect to higher vibrational patterns, you are in essence healing the crystalline grid at this very moment.
Can you just add, I think would be useful for people to understand that there are memories, imprints, right, from each of our lives that are stored in that crystalline grid.
That is correct. Everything that is within your experience in this lifetime and beyond is stored within the crystalline grid that is referred to as the Akash.
Or the Akashic records.
That is correct. Thank you.
So when we channel one energy of our masters, for example, we do a lot of channeling of Mary Magdalene. So when that energy comes forth, she, he, it, right? That energy, that soul has to tap into the crystalline grid of who she was 2,000 years ago when she walked the earth plane. And that's kind of how it works. And that's what these guys are doing right now.
Remember, each planet has its own crystalline grid, but that will suffice for now.
Okay, hopefully that's helpful.
We
Jennifer.
hope that that answers your question.
Key energy best used at this time, specifically for energy or light workers of this nature.
How is
Of this nature.
Well, the first thing you have to remember is this. You do not exist in time and space. You are the time and space. Us. We are all connected together. So what is most important that you understand is that when you call in your key guides, they become connected directly to your auric field, which is directly connected to all of the auric fields that are around you and who are requesting healing. You may heal them in any way you desire, but what's most important is the intention that you have. If the intention is not there to heal, then it will not be received. If it is not intended to be received, then it will do absolutely no good. You must have the intention, a give and take.
And the other thing I would add too, we also use Reiki in our healing too. The traditional kind and also holy fire. We are certified in both. And as you know, if you have been certified in Reiki, that you cannot be glued to the outcome. So you cannot be glued or make possible for the healing, that be the vessel. And I mean, this is getting a little bit too
surrender to who you truly are, and that is
Lion's Gate portal as star seeds. Are there any specific?
Speaking of the Hawthorns.
Yeah, a little bit. So last year, this was pre-COVID, we had a physical event around the Lion's Gate, and you could say that there's just a lot of.
Just to you is this. Connect with your Egyptian energies, with your Egyptian roots. Look into the goddess Hathor. Yes. So this energy is connected directly to the Syrian energies as well, and then beyond that. But it is enough to say that it works better through your Egyptian roots. Remember some of the gods and goddesses of Egypt. They are responsible for ushering in the Hathors.
So if you're feeling a connection to that energy, chances are you have some kind of connection to an Egyptian past, right? Or otherwise you wouldn't be feeling.
Or your higher self is resonating with now. This is your intuition, your goddess intuition, if you will. We hope that that answered your question sufficiently.
Great, yeah. Yeah, they're powerful energies to bring in as well, actually.
They are very powerful.
Let's see, how many more years will we inhabit the earth? Will there be an end? And what is the highest probability?
Is this, which earth are you speaking about?
This one.
This is a quantum field of energy. There is a multiplicity of Earths that resonate all within similar frequencies. Now, if you want to speak specifically about this particular Earth realm,
and this timeline,
will it come to an end? No, it doesn't come to an end. It never comes to an end, really. There are so many different probabilities that you are going to this very time is going all over the same places within your planet. These type of channelings are not unique. They are going and occurring all over. What we wish to say is this. You said louder.
I said speak louder, yes. They're a bit like children when I have messages for them. Yes.
We will speak louder. We apologize.
It's okay.
Your earth plane at this very time, there is a significant change occurring and you are well aware of it. What we suggest to you is this. Your earth plane at this time is not going to end. However, it is going through a significant change. To continually change with it, higher vibrational pattern. Take your frequency and allow it to escape. That is to say, lower your shield, lower your resistance, let go of the ego and come from a place.
You mean when they say vibrate higher? Probably some of you do, some of you don't. If you want to just...
You can explain if you desire.
Well, right now we're vibrating higher simply by being in a field of resonance, which is the collective consciousness of all of us, that is of love, that is of a commitment. And so when we are in this field of
something right now.
Oh, okay.
Someone is going to step through.
Okay. Miriam?
1 second, please.
Okay.
Mary of Magdala or Miriam. It's okay, whatever the name is that you want to refer to me, that's fine with me. Let me explain a little bit what's going on here. Your planet is going through a vibrational shift. Have what is referred to as a pandemic of a viral infection. This was set into motion not by something, not by an alien force, but it was set into motion by you. That is to say, your collective consciousness called it forth. I would say this, Gaia is literally purging herself.
Yeah.
As your guide always told you, and I'll tell you the same thing, that you must give to Gaia what belongs to Gaia, and that is love and respect. Plant seeds, plant nourishment, beautiful trees. Don't pollute the planet. Don't destroy the home which is connected directly to you, or the planet will, in essence, give back to you what you are giving to her.
Hence the purging that's happening right now.
Poison, isn't it? It's like poison.
Yeah.
So, so be in this resonance field, this vibrational pattern, and you will change. You will change yourself for the better. You will change your Merkaba bodies for the better. Your spirit, your soul will be able to resonate where it intends to resonate. And that is with, I will refer to it as God, or you can refer to it as goddess. It doesn't matter.
Or source or universal.
Correct. Most importantly, feel the connection between divine feminine and divine masculine. This is the most important thing, especially for the male energies at this time. Connect that female energy into you and become one with it, because this is truly the energy that is connecting now. The old paradigm, stay in this resonance. And I will say, Mary of Matthew to you, and I will be here for you.
Before I'm not sure if you were thinking of leaving, but if you are thinking of leaving, the next question is about reptilian energy. Do you want that or do you want our guides to?
Let's let the guides
Okay.
speak as one.
Okay.
But thank you for receiving me.
Okay. Thanks for being
Thank you. Go very far away.
here. She's part of our guides. So think of it as the collective speaking as one voice. And then when she wants her energy or soul wants to step through to address something specifically, it will. And it's the same with Jeshua, Muhammad, any of the ascended masters who will step through specifically. But the next question is on reptilians, and I wanted to see if she wanted to take that. But
It's better that we
yeah, I think so too.
take this question.
So is the theory of reptilian energy here on Earth real? What role do they play? And if so, how can we continue to promote light in their minds?
In whose minds?
The reptilian energies.
Well, not all reptiles are evil, bad. Remember,
But there is a split. So that is something, kind of worth that there is this idea. But I think he really wants us to address the negative energies.
well,
Further from the light energies.
dragon energy is very good. It represents wisdom, strength, knowledge, fortitude, and high erudition. That is extreme knowledge. That is a very good reptilian energy. They have a tendency to be a bit ornery at times, very independent, but they are very good energies. And if you can connect to say this, if there is an reptilian energy that you desire to connect to your dragon energy. Find your dragon energy source and connect to it. All of the other reptilian energies, they aren't evil. They are just who they are. They don't vibrate at a God's experience. They would prefer that you have their experience.
But also, some of that energy is pulling people back into the
seeds. And that means that your species as human beings have literally been put together, seeded by many different species. You are one of the most unique species within your own galaxy. Not the universe, but within your galaxy. Reptilian DNA, if you will, is a part of who you are as well. Therefore, you are, in a sense, connected with them as well. However, if you choose to connect with this and focus upon it, then this is what you will bring into your auric field. Therefore, in order to not focus on it, bring light into it by focusing only on the highest aspects of who you are in this lifetime. And those reptilian tendencies will dissipate.
Well, what about trying to affect the reptilian energies that are out there that are not part of grid, that we don't choose to plug into, but that are existing?
Okay, you can do it this way. Don't take it upon yourself to say that I'm going to be of light energy so that I can give light to the reptilian energy. And it is literally enlivening your DNA. And when that happens, it brings light to all of you in this particular lifetime. What this does is that it is channeling to all of the different yous at this time. And we know that that's difficult to understand. But do not focus upon the reptilian energy. Focus upon the light, and there you will shine light upon these parts of DNA that make this part of you the little part of reptilian within you.
Right. And what that
fully go
helps
away.
do is like, it's kind of that vibrational effect. Everything that we do to shine light to our own DNA has a compound interest effect, if you like. And so it's almost like, think of it as a collective that we do individually and collectively as the whole affects all the lower vibrational energies that are out there. Does that help?
What we're saying is focus on love.
Yeah.
Love is truly, if there is any permanence within this universe, then we will always say this, that love is the only permanent energy within the multiverse that connects everything together. This are the
They're not used to that because usually so yeah.
so always focus on love. That is the highest vibrational.
Needs to shift our consciousness to higher light for it to have this effect on the all.
Remember, everything is divine. There is no evil unless you perceive evil. There is no death unless you perceive death. For we see all things divine, and you are spreading your energy this way. Your viral infection is exactly the same. You see how it spreads? This, we do not wish to scare you, but it is all the same.
All seems like we do. There's a way to learn our real name.
Does Anthony? Yes and no. Anthony always had this inkling, this hint that there was something more. Avianus was it. So we will tell you this. If you choose to have a higher self, that name, then please give yourself that name. Because by doing this, you begin to resonate with the true, authentic self of who you are.
At a soul level.
That is correct.
So it's like you're speaking to it and you're waking it up.
Remember, your higher self is not exactly your soul, but they do work together as one. So please give yourself a beautiful name that represents your higher self. And that, my old souls, is the beginning of your spiritual awakening. How beautiful the question.
Yeah. There's a question for Magdalene.
Please.
How can we best honor and embody the Magdalene flame as divine feminine, coming into strength in both men and women? She's definitely working on my guy. It's been amazing.
Is she working on your guy?
She is.
Am
yes.
I working on your guy?
Yes.
Really? That is so. I am Mary of Magdalene. I'm going to answer this question for you. How best can you, in this lifetime, incorporate me? Well, I'm going to tell you this, and it's very simple. All you need to do is to focus your energy on me, and I will come through you, to you, in desire to channel me, then I will do that. If you wish that I come to you in your visions, I will do that. If you wish to write about me, I will do that. Simply focus on my energy last time. But your planet is finally starting to wake up of what divine feminine is and divine masculine, and how important it is that it comes together now in order to balance these energies. Your planet energy, it's with all planetary species. Remember, you cannot give your planets in the earth balancing themselves right now. And I'm here to tell you that.
Do you want to talk about the Kundalini Shakti as well?
Kundalini Shakti.
Well, how to have more of a gentle opening rather than the one that Anthony had.
Yes. Nobody wants to have an opening that Anthony had. Listen, you see, we're always knocking on your door and telling you, let us in. We're here at this very moment. I am knocking on your door saying, yes, I will come and I will be a part of your home. Just welcome me, and I'm here to work with you so that you is love, love, and more love. So you see, please call on me and I'll be there with you. And so will Yeshua as well, because I will always be a part of Isha, and Isha refer to. And I like the question about the higher self. Give yourself a name that with you. Make it sacred, though. Make it a sacred ritual when you give yourself that. You mentioned the Kundalini awakening. Well, make sure you have a guide, a spiritual guide.
And go slow. There's
Yes.
no
On the soul, and it also depends on how well you are receiving your awakening. If you receive it in a way that you let down
and be in community with others who won't think that you're crazy and can support you in the process.
I am Mary of Magdala, and these are my words. I will see you later.
Okay.
Good.
We connect to her every day. It's like we're in school.